Hello, diecast fans, and welcome to a brand new episode of Jim's magnificent miniature motor cars and to an unboxing I have been very much looking forward to. And I am referring to the unboxing of this. This is a Matchbox 1975 Mitsubishi Lancer Celeste, or as we call them quite fondly here in the Philippines, the Mitsubishi Colt Celeste. Yeah. I have to say I'm a little peeved with Toys R Us for slapping their freaking price sticker right on top of the car's name, because that's part of the aesthetic. I mean, I'm basically going to be repacking the car in this box. So it would have been nice to see the name of the car as well as the rest of this gorgeous artwork. So of course we can see the artwork here on the other side of the box. Anyway, let's get straight to the unboxing while I talk about why I'm so happy with this car. I mean, for those of you who haven't figured it out by now, I'm a Gen-Xer. Okay? I was born in the 70s. So this car is very much a part of my childhood. In fact, this specific car, this Celeste, allow me to call it that, it's one of the cars I grew up with. I grew up seeing this on the road. I quite liked it. And the thought that almost 50 years later I get to see it in toy form, it's just, darn, it's just intoxicating. I'll show you a picture of what the Celeste looked like. Well, what it looks like. There, see? So as you can see, Matchbox did a pretty darn good job, especially since there's an opening part. Yep. And they did a great job to replicating that 1.6 liter Saturn engine. Yes, that's right, folks. I even know what kind of engine runs this thing. Why? Because the very same engine sat in our family car that we had up until the 1990s, which was I believe it was a 1975 Mitsubishi Colt Galant. All right. Now, I gotta say, this is so curious. I am fairly sure that this car was made for Asian markets, because if this were made in the US, I mean, if this car were based on the US release, this should be Plymouth Arrow. And this was called many things in the many different countries in which it was released. It was called a Chrysler in some, a Dodge in others, and a Plymouth Arrow in the US. But it was here in other markets that this was called the Lancer Celeste, or in our case, the Colt Celeste. And I gotta tell you, it's just really such a thrill to be holding a piece of my childhood in my hands. And I'm firmly convinced that that there are, on Matchbox's senior design team, there are either Gen-Xers like me who are truly in love with this car, or boomers. Because when you think about it, at the time this car came out, you know, boomers would have been in their late 20s or mid to late 20s and would have been driving around cars like this. And I gotta say, this also tells me that it's Gen-Xers who generally pick the cars, because there is no way that a kid or a teenager or a younger kid would be even vaguely interested in a car like this. I mean, I know that some kids like, you know, classic cars like Shelbys and Lancer Evos, you know, that they came out way before they were born. But let me tell you something, folks. This isn't like your kid listening to the Beatles. It's more like them listening to the freaking Monkees. Okay? It's that, I mean, to anyone outside my age bracket, okay, I'm pretty sure this is an esoteric car. Now, you feel free to contradict me in the comments, because, you know, I'm willing to have my eyes open. But, well, as far as I'm concerned, this is a huge victory for us Gen X collectors, especially those of us from the Philippines and other markets that appreciated this beautiful car. Thank you, Matchbox, for bringing us this. And you know what? It looks awesome. So I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It is richly deserved. Not just because, well, it looks great, but because it also replicated this fantastic 1.6 liter Saturn engine. Oh boy, listen to me waxing sentimental. Anyway, that's it, folks. A 10 out of 10 for the Mitsubishi Colt Celeste. I'm gonna call it by the name that I knew it by growing up. Thank you, Matchbox. And for those of you who are new to the channel, please remember to give me a like and a subscribe, and to hit that notification bell.